Welcome back, Truth Seeker. February 21st, 2019. One of the top headlines, the death of the Monkees guitarist Peter Tork. He just turned 77 years old, and he's dead on the founder of the band's 86th birthday. Today, Bob Rafelson, nice Jewish man, he's turning 86, and Peter Tork is dead. So let's look and see if this is a coincidence. So many people love that word. Oh, it's just a coincidence. So today is February 21st, the 52nd day of the year. Peter Tork equals 52. And realize that's not his birth name. That's the name he went by in the Monkees. He was born Peter Houston Thorkelson. And notice the name Thorkelson, his birth surname, 52, just like Peter Tork. Here he is dead on the 52nd day of the year, 8 days after his 77th birthday. Now, this practice of coding numbers and words together comes from Jewish mysticism. The name of the mysticism is Kabbalah. Kabbalah, in the Book of Formation, it's stated that God created the world by merging the letter with the number with the word. And there's two types of Kabbalah. There's one about understanding how the world operates. There's nothing evil about it. It's spirituality. But there's another side. And the other side has something called the Tree of Death. And the Tree of Death is about studying so that you can understand the evil of the world and how to hurt people. Plus more. But absolutely, when we're talking about Kabbalah in this fashion, we're talking about the Tree of Death. Kabbalah sums to 52, so does Gematria. Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. And again, there's two songs. No, make it three. There's three that you want to know. One is Murder by Numbers by the Police from the year 1983. It's about killing people's the way to the top of your profession. It's as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3. The word murder equals 83, like the year it came out. Other song, To Know, but not really to listen to because it doesn't make any sense. It's one of those death metal songs. But it's called Gematria, the Killing Name. And Gematria and killing have numerical overlap. Again, Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. Another song is Gary Newsom's Down in the Park, where the opening lyrics are, down in the park, they play Kill by Numbers. So anyway, Peter Tork, 52, Thorkelson, 52, Kabbalah, 52, Gematria, 52, dead on the 52nd day of the year. The word death does have a Gematria value of 52 as well. Now, today has 62 date numerology. It's the 52nd day of the year. It's a date with 62 numerology. The Monkees were drawn up as a band in 1962 by Bob Rafelson, who has his 86th birthday today, as we'll get to. But in 62, he drew them up. Today has the 62 date numerology. Sacrifice equals 62. So does Bob Rafelson. So does Mason. And I'd bet everything I have that Bob Rafelson's a Mason because most people in the entertainment industry who are Jewish. Masonry is very Jewish. Masonry is based in Kabbalah. Here are our four base ciphers. If you're new here, we have the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. It's the cipher on the far left, the dark green cipher. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So A still 1, B still 2, C still 3. When you get to J, the 10th letter, you take the numerology of 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, so J becomes 1. The next letter, K, the 11th, becomes 1 plus 1 is 2. You make each letter a single-digit number, then you add the word. The next cipher is the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1 back to A is 26. And then the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Notice how the Monkees and Freemasons overlap. Perfect overlap in 3 or 4 ciphers. Masonic is 115 and 43 like the Monkees, like Freemasons. Peter Tork also carries a Gematria value of 115. And he's the second member of the band to die. Both members have died in February, which we'll get to. The last member was Davy Jones. And notice Davy Jones is 115 and 47. Similar to Peter Tork, 115. With regards to the 47, which is also in the Monkees, The Freemason logo, their instrument of geometry above the capital G, is set at 47 degrees. Gematria means geometry in language. If you haven't read my book, your mind will be blown on how much geometry is encoded into the English language. It's undeniable that the language was designed this way, just like alphabets that came before it, including Hebrew. The Jewish alphabet. Now notice, the Monkees is 47. Peter Tork's also 47. Davy Jones, the member who died, 115 and 47, just like the Monkees, just like Peter Tork. Perfect that these two are dead first. Thorkelson, his birth name's also 47. So is rock band. Hey, Led Zeppelin, by the way, 47. So today's date, it also has a numerology of 42. The day he's died, Freemasons 42, so is the word February. February. And the man who established the band, who came up with the concept in 62, today he turns 86. Robert Rafelson, who's Jewish, surprise, surprise, it's his 86th birthday, blood sacrifice, 86. You've heard the term 86th, to get rid of. You've heard of the phrase, your number's up, but you never knew what it meant. You just said it. Oh, his number must have been up. This is where it comes from. This is where it comes from. This is why every time we're talking about celebrity deaths in the headlines, they're always perfect rituals. Always. Show me a death in the headlines from any time recently that you can't do this to and see right through in moments. You can't do it. Not when you have this knowledge. You know, don't even try the dead baseball player from the other day, the dead black baseball player, 92. You think he died naturally? He didn't. He died on his 251st day of his age, the 54th prime, baseball 54 plus more. If it's in the headlines, these people were murdered. Absolutely. Without exception. This killing is a major component of what these people are doing in the world. Ritual sacrifice, it's their thing. The man who died today was 77 years old. Judaism, 77, so is Zionist. And don't mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying every Jewish person's a killer. I'm saying these false ones, these Zionists who control the world of entertainment, who run media, they operate this way. That's not every Jewish person in the world. That's just some. And for those of you with Amazon, I got a disturbing movie for you to check out, which sheds light on probably what's going on in these rituals. The movie's called Heredity, came out recently. Heredity movie. This film, it released June 8th. You see this? This film came out June 8th. It's about a woman who has a family for the purpose of eventually ritually sacrificing them to bring about a demon in the world. And the demon they're bringing back is Payman. Payman, okay? Payman, somebody that Aleister Crowley wrote about. Notice Payman with the alphabetic order 68. You see that? In this film released on the date June 8th, and who runs Hollywood, again, the same people who do everything by the numbers. Again, go through all your movies. You'll see how everything in Hollywood is released this way. Everything in the music industry is released this way. Release dates are not an accident. This is also a date with 52 numerology. 6 plus 8 plus 20 plus 18, 52. And if you read about Payman, he's connected to Kabbalah's Tree of Death. Go figure. 52 date numerology, June 8th, 6-8, you know. So the film begins with how the grandmother died on April 3rd. April 3rd, that's the 93rd day of the year. Saturn is symbolized by 93, the planet connected to death and judgment. Aleister Crowley wrote about Payman. Aleister Crowley wrote a lot about Saturn. He created an occult religion that worships the number 93. Understand, all of these things are connected. And by the way, with regards to the whole 68 thing, Planet 68. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off task, but for those of you with Amazon out there that can handle a disturbing movie, take a peek. You know, I never used to watch horror movies until I did this research, but then I started to realize that in these horror movies, there's all sorts of clues and numbers on the screen and dates that are symbolic of everything we talk about here when we look at these news stories. So if you're somebody who's a coincidence theorist, you don't have to be. Until next time.